All right, let's jump right in. We are talking about something huge today, something that's not just going to change our tech, but the very way we teach and train our future nurses. Yep, we're diving into generative AI and what it means for nursing education.
And this quote right here, it just nails it. A paradigm shift. I mean, that's a powerful phrase, right? We're not talking about some small software update. No, this is a complete, fundamental change in how we even think about learning. Just imagine it. Moving away from that old one-size-fits-all model to an experience that literally adapts to you, the student, in real time. It's wild. So, we're talking about a new learning paradigm. What does that even look like in a nursing school? Well, the good news is we're not starting from zero. This whole thing really builds on stuff we're already doing, like focusing on competency-based learning and using those amazing high-tech simulations. GenAI is just going to come in and put both of those on steroids, basically. We're talking about creating a totally personalized path for every single student, while still making sure everyone hits those super high clinical standards. Okay, but here's the real question, the one we've got to ask ourselves. How do we get everyone, students, educators, all of us, to stop seeing AI as just another gadget, like a fancy calculator? How do we move past just using it and start really thinking with it? That's the leap we have to make.
And the answer, well, it might be found in this really cool idea called design fiction pedagogy. Yeah, DFP for short. And get this, it's not about learning how to use the AI. It's about imagining the futures this AI could actually build, the good, the bad, and everything in between.
So what in the world is design fiction pedagogy? Okay, think of it like this. It's a way of using storytelling and even creating little mock-ups or prototypes to really explore what could happen with a new piece of tech. The point isn't to be a fortune teller, right? It's to kickstart those tough, critical, ethical conversations now, before this stuff is just everywhere. Let's make this real. Here's how it would actually play out. Step 1, a nursing student imagines a future scenario, maybe an AI tool that flags patients at high risk for falls. Step 2, they write a quick story about a nurse actually using that tool on a shift. And then, step 3, and this is the most important part, they have to reflect. They have to ask the hard questions. What happens if that AI is just flat out wrong? Who's responsible then? And how does this tool change the fundamental connection between a nurse and their patient? Now, I know what you might be thinking. Design fiction pedagogy sounds kind of complex, maybe a little out there. But here's the thing. The basic idea behind it is something every single person in nursing already knows inside and out. It's basically a high-tech version of simulation and debriefing. You know that whole practice and reflect cycle that is the absolute bedrock of modern clinical training? It's all about building that solid clinical judgment. All right, let's talk about taking this from the classroom to the clinic. Because make no mistake, this is not just some abstract academic exercise. DFP has real practical uses, both for students who are still learning and for nurses working in a hospital today. So picture this. In the classroom, you could have students writing these little stories about a moment where the AI says one thing, but their gut, their nurse's intuition, is screaming something else. What do they do? And then, in the actual hospital, this could mean nurses teaming up with tech developers to peel back the curtain on those hidden algorithms, making them more transparent, and building decision support tools that actually, work for them. And here's the bottom line, the whole point of all this. The goal isn't to turn every nurse into a coder. Not at all. It's about building up those timeless, uniquely human skills that are going to be more important than ever in an AI world. Things like deep critical thinking and a really sharp ethical compass. Which, of course, brings us to the big challenge in all of this. It's that constant balancing act, right, between the amazing potential of AI and the very real risks it brings to the table. On one hand, you've got this incredible promise, AI as a cognitive partner. Imagine it helping a student build their clinical reasoning skills, giving them instant, perfect feedback. Awesome, right? But then, there's the other side. This huge risk we call automation bias. And that's just our tendency to just trust the machine, to follow its recommendation even when our own eyes and our own training are telling us something is wrong. So that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? How do we get all the good stuff from AI without falling into its traps? How do we use its power while remembering its limits and our own? And the answer, it turns out, isn't about the tech. It's not about the software. The real work, the most important work, is something much deeper. It all comes down to mindset over software.
I really want that to sink in. Getting AI right in nursing has less to do with mastering a new program or a new interface, and everything to do with intentionally shaping a new way of thinking, a new mindset. So, what is this mindset? Well, it's a mindset of inquiry, where you're always asking why. It's a mindset of creativity, always thinking, what if? It has to be rooted in compassion, never ever losing sight of the human being in the bed. And maybe most importantly, it's a mindset of critical interrogation, of never just blindly accepting what the computer spits out.
And really, that's the guiding light for all of this, isn't it? Technology should never, ever overshadow our humanity. Its only job should be to amplify it. So, I want to leave you with this one final thought. As we're stepping into this incredible new era, the big question we need to be asking isn't just, hey, what can this technology do? The real question is, how can we use it to strengthen the things that make us human? Our empathy, our ethical reasoning, our compassion. That's the challenge ahead.